Hey, beautiful friends. I wanted to pop on to get some energy for the solstice today. I had a wonderful event at the studio. A lot of beautiful people came out and shared space and energy with us tonight. And I wanted to be able to give a reading a little later, get a couple more, with the fun new evening lighting because my inner child loves it. And hopefully, you guys do too. So we have three cards that came out, and the first one is Patience with number 16. So I'll bring that in. I know it's going to be a little harder to see with this lighting, so bear with that. But the energy of patience. So this feels to me like this has been an energy that you've been holding. So it's been resting in this center space of being patient for things to come to fruition, for opportunities to manifest, for clarity or awareness to show up, or other things that might be needed at this time. And so this energy feels like what people have perhaps been sitting in. And you'll understand why I say that next is 17. Now, I shuffle these very well, and they came out in order, going from 16 to 17, which happens to be the action card. And we have two beautiful horses, white and black. And so I feel this sense of balanced action. So the yin yang energy, that harmonious balance in action. And it's like in motion, right? So if you look at this, the white horse is in motion, the black one is standing still. So it's sort of this energy of things are starting to move. So I feel the solstice is opening up as we're closing out the cycle of a 9 year, being 2025, and going into 2026, which is a 1 year. So that is a new cycle. And interestingly, the next card is 18. So we seriously got 16, 17, 18. So there is a progression happening. But interestingly, 18 is anxiety. And so this list just makes me feel like perhaps because things have required the level of patience that they have, it is triggering some anxiety for some of the collective. Or maybe whether you've moved out of the anxiety or there's still anxiety, sometimes there's anxiety around taking actions or acting upon things that we want to act on. And so this is really pointing in this space to kind of saying, okay, let's start moving out of that anxiety. So I think for some of you, the thought of doing this action causes anxiety because the 18 is coming in succession. Now, I also had the mermaid deck. I want to grab some clarifiers today. I'm going to do something a little different for the solstice. So I kind of want to clarify that anxiety that's coming up, perhaps, whether you're in it or moved out of it already. Take what resonates. And I think I'm gonna take these top couple that just popped out. So, relaxation is the first one. So, instead of being in that anxious energy, relax with these beautiful mermaids, chill, super calm, blue colors, and those soft pastel, peachy, sandy kind of tones. So, one of the things I would suggest in this solstice energy is to relax, to soften the anxiety, whether that's some breath awareness, some exercise, movement, music, something funny, playful, something that can change that anxious state to a more relaxed one. Because sometimes it's just a matter of us actually getting up and moving our bodies and changing our state. Because when we get stuck sometimes, or we get into a state, sometimes we can unconsciously perpetuate that when it might just be we need to move around, relax, do something different, not stay in the ruminating thoughts, right? And then perfectly the next card is letting go. And so this very inward gaze, hands on heart center. So being able to consciously relax and release the anxiety, release the anxious feelings. You can do that through breathing in and then allowing that energy to come out. And it's normal when we're going to take action, or when we're working towards something, or we want to maybe make a change in our life, right? Like a lot of times people are more motivated to make a change when a new year is about to arrive because they want to set it off in a different tone. And so being able to consciously let go of things will allow for more space. And that's actually part of what we did tonight in class is in the solstice event, we actually consciously went through a letting go process. So beautiful alignment on that for those of you who joined us. And then our next card is love. So I'm going to frame this in many different ways. I'm seeing it. So love of self. So she's very inward. So being able to bring more love to yourself, allowing the emotions to be there, allowing those emotions to flow, and then bringing love to yourself. But this also could be in regards to love as a verb, taking action. Like love can be an expressed word, but I think it is a John Mayer song that is love is a verb. And so it's like requires action. Like you can feel love for someone, but if you never actually take action and show in the physical world, then people might not know. And there can be this space of us having opportunity to actually show up in the vibration of love more, like to extend that energy out to everyone around us. And that's something that you can make as a conscious practice, even if you're just doing it internally and projecting that vibration of love out. That's an action that any of us can take. And I tell you, like, I literally do this on a regular basis, and people respond to me differently because I am putting out a kind and loving energy, because I know that there are a lot of people that don't feel loved, that don't have a sense of love around them. And we all want to be loved on some level, whether we say that aloud or not. There's always going to be a part of us that innately wants to be loved, no matter how beautiful our life is. We can have all the things in the world, but like having a sense of love for ourselves and having a sense that other people have love for us is just something that can't really be quantified. So super important. And then the last one is mystery. So love this one being our closing card tonight. And this really and truly feels to me like there's a lot of mystery, a lot of surprises, a lot of unexpected energies. And I was just talking to someone this evening, and we were saying, I actually think that 2026 is going to have a lot more things churning up, but it's actually going to be full of some really amazingly beautiful surprises on a global level. And I just feel this where it's like there's really good things kind of hanging out in the shadows, not like negative shadow side have to illuminate, more like things that are sort of waiting in queue for us. And it's just a matter of us crossing our own individual thresholds into our own personal mystery to see what unfolds. So, sending you so much love for a beautiful winter season, and I will talk soon.